Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch the Movie. I'm Mike and he's Jay, and this is the end, the final, the last. It's over. It's fucking over. Go home.
Curtain
but
call.
Don't go home.
Why
because
are you still here?
I know that some of you fuckers that I love very much only watch our Game of Thrones reviews, and I'm going to tell you this. We do other stuff too.
We do a lot of things, but we like that you watch our reviews anyway. So.
We're thankful that you're here for this, but stick around. We do other shit. We do weird shit. Sometimes we put on masks and fuck around. That sounded wrong. I didn't mean
terrible.
it that way.
Don't.
We do all sorts of crazy shit. So stick
Not
around.
in our underwear.
Yeah, it's not all about Game of Thrones. It's not all about that pussy just cocaine.
Yeah, no, but
it's not about the butthole
know,
pleasures.
You're really starting to sound desperate here. You're like, I'm a fun guy even without drinking.
Sure.
Hang out with me. Call me. Let's be friends.
I have no dick.
Oh.
I'm unsullied.
Stay on.
This is the last episode of the season, and yeah, this one moved on a little bit slow. We said, get some goddamn sausage package. I know what's wrong. I know why we can't do it. I haven't said it. I said, goddamn! It had to be special. It was the last one.
I can't hear shit.
All the shit went down in this episode. First off,
speaking my good ear.
Jon Snow is the king. He's officially the fucking king. And the best thing about the whole ending of this season is that these characters that we saw so long ago when they were so little, and we saw all this bad shit happen to him, Jon Snow, everything that happened to House Stark, Bran, Arya, all this bad shit we saw happen to them, and it's like, wow, they were the lowest of the low. They're fucking rock bottom.
Yep.
We're getting to the end of the whole show now because you can tell these people are finally has risen like the fucking phoenix, Jean Grey, Professor Xavier.
I think that this is what it felt like if you were live when you watched America and Russia with Miracle on the Ice. This is the feeling that you had. They were not going to make it. Nobody gave the Starks a chance really, and then all of a sudden they rise up.
Deep
and
story.
They say, guess what? I'm He-Man and you're fucked. Because Jon Snow, again, we already said this last episode, how can you make him cooler? You just make him king of the fucking North, and people give props.
I got pumped when that scene happened.
Oh my god, dude, there was so much juice, pimples all over my fucking body. My flesh was covered in like...
They went from like, they were like a fucking PTA meeting.
I got like
full of
chills.
shit people because they were like, I don't know, well, this fucked up. I don't want to go with someone who's with the wildlings. And 5 minutes later, they're like, the king, Jon fucking Snow!
And who motivated him? Little Mormon. Yeah. That little Mormon girl is good. She's very good. I like, at first I thought she's like kind of whatever. Now she's actually like, I'm like, you know what? You're fucking cool. Yeah. I like you, little one. And
fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. I'm out.
Great ending to that particular scene. And there was a cool little moment too between Sansa and Jon Snow kind of making peace about the whole thing. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about the army and the veil, or the veil of the army or whatever, and Peter Baelish, and he was like, let's just be honest, like, don't fucking lie to me anymore, okay? Like I said, Mom left me in charge, and if you lie for me, like, I'm not gonna give you your allowance. And then Peter Baelish coming up there, he's like, my dream, it keeps going over and over in my head, is to be on the Iron Throne and you be at my side, because I just want to fuck you, Sansa. And she's like, that's a great dream. I was like, oh my goodness, you
fuck your dreams. But bye, Felicia.
It was cool though at the end though. You see how Sansa's sitting there and she's looking over at Jon Snow, and then she sees the OG in the corner. It's like, I know. But he's looking at it, he's like, I'm gonna fuck shit up if you don't fuck me.
Yeah, I hated it though, because it was like the Starks are finally getting back together. Everything's happy and gleeful and good. But Littlefinger's back there like, I'm gonna fuck shit up.
That's what he does. Yeah. And then we go. Let's well, really quick. Like before the main part of this, I want to talk about what was it? The old lady of flowers. What was her name? No, not Melisandre. Well, we can talk about Melisandre.
Let's talk about Melisandre.
Melisandre gets banished away from the castle forever because Braavos comes in, and you know what? I want to say something about Sir Braavos right now. Sir Braavos really moved me as much of a Sting song would.
He got hard.
Like I did. What?
What?
I don't know why that came, but I did a little bit. It kind of got a bass hard, but it was.
You got a morality boner.
It really was a morality boner because it was a very moving scene. It was actually, it showed the actor, and I can't remember his name. I feel very displeased with myself that I don't know his name. How much range that guy actually has, because when his voice broke talking about the princess and how much he loved her, and this fucking bitch murdered her and sacrificed her at the fire, it was just really such a movie moment, and I didn't know what Jon Snow was going to do. Honestly, I didn't, because the old Jon Snow would have immediately probably killed her for just, justice. But he's like, I owe you my life. Yeah. So he's like, never come back here, hoe. You're hot. We should have had sex before you go, but never mind.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, and
this whole episode. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Balls, 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 balls of steel.
You got the balls and the Felicia.
Balls of steel.
That's not,
he sent her fucking packing.
That's not Felicia. That's Felix.
He did the right thing though. He didn't miss a fucking beat. He was like, well, I do owe you my life. He was like, you killed a fucking kid? Yeah. Get the fuck out of my castle. Well, that's what I do when girls in my castle kill kids. I said, get the fuck out of here.
You have a castle?
You get the fuck out of here, you kid killer.
You have a castle?
Yeah.
When can we go and hang out? I thought it was your best friend. But, okay, so the other little small thing I was going to talk about was...
Burger King.
Burger King?
Yeah.
There's a Burger King
Don't
episode?
step in my Burger King if you've been killing
that's your
kids.
castle. There you go. I can't remember her name. The Marjorie's grandmother.
Yeah, that old angry bitch.
Yolana, something like that.
Yeah.
Or Yolanda. But she makes the deal with Dorne, which is badass. And guess who comes out of the shadows is fucking Varys.
Yeah.
The little man, the big man, the bald man, the mystery man. He shows up and says, "I'll make it happen." He looked like that, like salesman. He's like, "I
Do you believe in magic?
I hear revenge. Yes.
I'm bald as fuck.
Kill Cersei.
Got no
Yes.
dick.
$49.95. It's all yours. Here we go." He looks like that cheap car salesman.
Hit me up on Fiverr.
He goes, I'd rather stick my head up a bull's ass, but I'd rather take the butcher's word for it. He reminds me of a guy from Tommy Boy. But he's a good salesman, and so you got that trilogy going, which is, in turn, goes back to Daenerys.
Dodgeball teams.
Daenerys is getting that shit rolling with her.
Yeah.
So let's jump really quick. I mean, because the last...
A lot of shit, man.
There was so much... Like, this episode was so beyond fuck. It was off the fucking charts.
Picking fucking teams, man.
I know, it was
picking
epic.
teams. Yeah, so Varys goes and he gets all that fucked up storyline. That storyline's been really fucked up. He goes and gets them and he recruits them basically. They're on the dragon side. They're fucking into the dragon, Bruce Lee. They're on that team now. Daenerys has got shit fucking locked down. She's got shit ready to fucking go. You saw the last shot of the show. You saw those ships, which is bad.
it's great.
The fucking dragons flying over. They got a badass squad over there. And then, but you've got this awesome scene between Daenerys and Tyrion. She sends the hot bearded guy back, and I'm not saying he's hot. He just looks like a guy that would be on the cover of a romance novel
GQ.
that your wife reads. And you go, well, you want to fuck that bearded guy? And you know the answer is yes, but she's gonna say no. But yeah, so that's that guy, and I like that she's sending packing because I never really liked him.
Well,
like you're a fucking boy toy, Shawn Michaels. I'm not your boy toy. Sexy boy.
Yeah, I can't remember the rest of the lyrics. I was gonna help you.
I fucked him up.
No, it was all right. Dario was his name, but he's such a fucking vagina clinger. Like, he's so desperate about it. He's like,
she does that to people.
I know, but he's like, she's like, you gonna be my mistress? I mean, come on. Seriously, she's like, yes, I just want that vagina. I can't quit you.
She's a fucking friend zone sorcerer.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
now Tyrion's in her friend zone.
But he was pretty much, he was okay with the fact, he's like, do I care about some perfumed bitch that's gonna be sitting next to you on the Iron Throne? No, I'm gonna still be laying that vagina every night, and that's what I want. And she's like, no.
Laying the pipe and looking sexy.
She's like, you're gonna stay here with the second sons and look after the city, and that's what you're gonna do, because you said you swore your sword in life and whatever. And he's like, oh fuck, I lost some vagina, but guess what? Tomorrow morning I'll find another one.
Great acting though, because when she's doing that scene and she's talking to him, you almost wonder, like, should she be showing more emotion? She really loved him, but then when she goes out and talks to Tyrion, she actually says, she was like, I didn't even care. And it's like, I could tell that you didn't care.
You know what?
That's good fucking acting, lady. Girls are scandalous
She
like
is,
that.
but Tyrion was really good. Tyrion,
gotta watch him.
Emilia Clarke is amazing.
Yeah.
Tyrion reminded me of that weird guy that's on the side boy, that's gonna be like, he's telling his girlfriend or his girl telling him what to say to the boyfriend, because he was like, this is what the imp said, huh? And she's like, no, she didn't say anything. She comes out, he's like, did you tell him? Like, I was like, you Mac Daddy.
But you know, dude, he has fallen into the friend zone trap. You can see it in his eyes. He fell in love with her a little bit, so that's going to be a story.
But he did
I hope they get together.
But he got a medal, so that makes it all better. He got to be hand of the queen.
That was a badass scene.
And besides that, Tyrion doesn't need help. First off, he already gets ass anyway, and he gets like a medal too.
Yeah, but
with the hand.
She's
on
a fucking step stool.
She's the gold medal of the Olympics.
Yeah, so that was a cool scene though. But also, what happened in this fucking episode? We sit Mount Soundtra packing, right? We talked about that. Jon Snow became the fucking king finally, which is badass. Arya pops out of fucking nowhere. She's like, "You're eating your fucking son in a meat pie, you son of a bitch, and you deserve it."
How's it taste?
Slit his fucking throat.
Tell me how it feels.
She gave it to him.
God, she was like, dude, she looked fucking awesome too. She's like, the last thing you're ever gonna see is a Stark smiling down you. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about, little one.
Another character came full circle and finally came into the battle. Look, she was this little innocent like girl who her whole family's dead. They're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen to her? She has to dress like a boy, and now she's a fucking vagrant. Next thing you know, circle around, she's a fucking serial killer, and she's badass, and she's going home.
And we don't give out that many compliments for serial killers, but this particular case, we're there.
Yeah.
And the other thing, I liked it was cool too, because she obviously had that mask on, right? Yeah. She was looking at Jaime Lannister. Do you remember that? He was like, I also like that little moment between him and what's the knight's name? Sir
Bronn.
Sir Bronn. He was like, because you don't have to do anything, and they just want to fuck you. And he's like, I'm not interested. And he was like, look at this. He goes, look at those two girls over there. He's like, they're looking at you, cunt.
He went from not interested to 100% game ready to go.
Yeah, and then he was like saying, what was it? Jaime Lannister brings on. He's like, hey, this is my friend Bronn. Guess what? He's like the hero of this, and he does this. And he was like, maybe what if I'm not in the mood? Bronn says to Lannister. And he was like, fuck it. He's like, I'll take him down.
And immediately it was.
But now I like the little scene too between Walder Frey, and before he gets murdered and his ass chopped up by Arya, between him and Jaime, because Jaime's like, why do we need you for? If we have to just come up here and save your ass, you're such a great conqueror, you little piece of shit. Like, you don't do anything. If we have to keep coming up here and saving your ass,
crusty as
we don't
fuck.
need you. There's definitely crustaceans. But
that representation.
He smells like yeast infection. But I mean, it was just a cool little scene between that two, and then Arya coming back, like you said, full circle. So eventually we're gonna see that. Now let's just talk about Bran Stark. It's revealed about Bran Stark.
Yeah, Bran Stark. I'm kind of tired of that storyline, but he finally
I was happy with this one.
Yeah, but he got drugged to the fucking tree. Detergent was like, bye guys, I'm out.
You mean dragged to the tree? You said drugged. That fucking bitch drugged him.
Shut up. But no, there was the owl tree or whatever the fuck. But we finished the scene between ugly young Sean Bean. Sean Bean was Ned Stark was ugly as fuck as a child, by the way. That kid looks like just
looks good now.
He looks like he should sing for Sum 41, but back before he like hit his growth spurt, he never did. Whatever, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's talking to him, and basically we find out that little baby, as has been, we said it here on this channel, that baby was Jon Stark. He has a claim now to that badass dragon shit. So
and he's fucking cousins with Daenerys. Like he's a cousin. You can't fuck. I mean, you can't.
It's Game of Thrones.
It is Kentucky too.
Game of dicks.
Kentucky and Virginia. Hey, it's
okay. You want it.
Cousins make dozens, as the saying goes. But apparently Daenerys, and if that holds up true, Daenerys Targaryen is fucking cousins with Jon Snow, which therefore makes Jon Snow not only a legitimate Stark, but half Targaryen, which also makes me wonder, can he control them fucking dragons?
Oh man, Jon Snow plus dragons.
You can't.
That's fucking God mode. Dude, that's game genius.
This motherfucker.
It's fucking over.
This motherfucker is coming up on Duke Nukem status.
Balls of steel.
He's coming up on there. Like he keeps getting better and better. So I mean, there's so many more questions that we have to have for next season. But just that maybe possibility is gonna be cool, because when they meet, is there gonna be like an instant recognition? What if the first time Daenerys meets Jon Snow as the King of the North, and she wants his allegiance, and they drop, and then the dragons come down and they like recognize him for what he is? Oh my God, there's so much going on.
And they're tying shit together. We're getting towards the end of the whole show here, guys, because they're tying shit together now. And I know there's a couple seasons left at least, but they're tying shit together. We're finally bringing the Starks back. I think next season we're gonna lay the fucking pipe. We're gonna lay the pipe next season. Everything's gonna get tied together. We're gonna get our teams ready to go. And then the 8th season, maybe the final season, I don't know.
I hope not.
But the 8th season, we're gonna finally get White Walker action. It's gonna be everything's gonna be set up, and it's gonna be all about the fucking White Walkers, and it's gonna be fucking crazy.
Well, this has got to be, like I said last week, that episode, I don't think it can be topped just for the epicness, but this came fucking close. Because this episode itself, what all went on was fucking phenomenal.
I've been ready to talk about this the whole time.
I know, it felt good. Like,
are you ready?
Yeah. Well,
sorry. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought you were going somewhere, and then I met you there, but then you were like, I'm not ready. So
just pack your bags and leave.
No, go.
I'm fucking done. No, I'm just saying that it was an epic. It was an epic show.
Yeah, it was a great show.
So yeah, okay. Let's
Cersei.
Your nipples are ready to burn.
Cersei.
Lactate.
Fucking.
There you go.
Tommen got his shit. Finally. You know, I've been ready all season for Tommen to fucking get what's coming to him.
And High Sparrow got his shit.
Exactly. So they go and they do the trial, and that sucks or whatever. Her little brother, Marjorie's little brother, was like, yeah, I fucked some dudes. What's up? They carved the fucking bullseye thing into him. I miss. I never miss.
Yeah.
They carved that shit into him, and then just like everybody predicted, they set it up with those little fucking angry ass kids to light shit up Ghostbuster style. It was a fucking green explosion. It looked like Slimer blew the whole fucking place up.
That looked like, that whole explosion just reminded me of like, what if, that's like if the Incredible Hulk farted.
Yeah.
Like it was just like green smoke. It was like, oh, Hulk not feel good.
It was weird, but also looked cool.
Here's the thing, also,
Seahawks explosion!
Maester Aemon finally fucking died. I was tired of that old bastard.
Yeah.
Like, or Master Pycelle, not Aemon, Pycelle fucking died.
Yeah.
Finally dead, got his ass ripped up,
bitch.
He was done. And so he died, the little fucking bastard traitor for the Lannisters died, the cousin or whatever. Tommen thinks he can fly. He's like, Windy, I can fly. So he jumps out the fucking window because you know what he's thinking? He's like, I just lost the greatest piece of fucking vagine I'm ever gonna get in my life.
That's the only thing I hate about it, man.
Yeah,
is that Marjorie's gone.
Yeah.
I hope she's not dead somehow.
She's gotta be.
Shut up!
She's dead.
I hope she's not dead somehow. That was like, accept it! Well, that's what happened. The Lord Sparrow or whatever, which I'm glad he got it.
Yeah.
I think he could have gotten it in a more cooler, slower, deeper burn way like the nun. Seriously, fuck that nun.
Dude.
Shame. Dude, that was the most fucking boss bitch move I've ever seen in my life. She shut the door, she's like, shame.
But basically,
shame!
She gave her to the fucking mountain to do with as he pleases.
Oh my God, he squeezed her fucking face.
He's gonna squeeze those boobies first.
But I am pissed about Marjorie. That really does suck. I hope that somehow they comic book that shit and she's not dead.
Well, I mean,
I love Marjorie. She's awesome.
But so yeah, and then what happens? What happens?
Well, first off, I mean, the old Sparrow looked over and he saw Granny's peach tea and he was like, holy shit, what's about to happen at Superman's trial? And then the whole fucking place exploded.
Well, Marjorie knew. She knew something was going on. You know, she was like, hey, we gotta get out of here. He's like, okay.
Yeah.
He's like, you're a stupid bitch. And then he was like, wait, something, I hear rumbling, and that's not the tacos I had. That's fucking underground. And then boom. And he dies. I liked how he died, though. I don't give a fuck. I wanted to be tortured a little bit more, but fuck him. He's dead, and I hated the guy, so he's gone. But we got to the main beef here, and it was like Cersei was crying a little bit when they were showing the body of Tommen, but it was kind of like, he was pussy, whatever, I don't care. And she's sitting on the Iron Throne.
That was weird.
And Jaime comes back just at this moment while she's being crowned. And there's this look that passes between them. He's like, you're my sister and I like fucking you, but I'm done. Like, maybe I'm done.
That was the worst timing. It's like if you're watching porn and all of a sudden your internet connection goes crazy and the next thing you know an ad pops up and it's gay porn and right then your friend walks into the hallway and you're sitting there with your dick in your hand watching gay porn. It's never happened to me before.
Don't judge, dude.
If that were to happen, it'd be the equivalent to this situation. She's sitting on the Iron Throne. She didn't kill her son, but Jaime shows up and sees her getting knighted, and he knows right there, and he's fucking dead. And there's just this looks game. There's this like, you fucking bitch.
So I guess all their kids are dead now, right?
Yeah.
So they gotta go back into that incestual barnyard and get something rolling again. So.
And it's ironic that he went out the fucking window because when we first met them, they threw a fucking kid out the window. But I just want to say, Tommen's dead.
He is.
Yes, no more fish face. Fuck! That little fish flew out the window. It was so silent too. He was like, "I'm gonna take off my hat," and then
he was a flying fish. Yeah, fly fishing.
Fucking gone. And I was like,
fishing.
"Yeah, jump out that window!" I've never cheered on a suicide before.
Dude, you know that kind of scared me though, because I got a little nervous when they just showed a scene and you just saw the open window and he moved out of view, off frame. I was like, please don't let his face go. Like I thought it was gonna be a pop-up scare. I'm like, no.
Mommy, I want to see the little man fly.
Yeah.
He went through the moon door.
He just thought that was just a bad LSD trip.
And he's stupid as fuck. If he's all religious now and like and shit like that,
he's dumb.
You're gonna fucking kill yourself.
Tommen's fucking dumb.
Is that the best religious way to exit?
I don't know. Tommen just basically, like I said, he knows he's not gonna get that piece of vagina ever again. So
he's dumber than fucking.
He was rocks.
He's dumber than
he looks like Mr. Potato Head anyway.
Selma Blair and Cruel Intentions.
But I just want to see now you guys. And by the way, it's not like the big thing. It's not like I'm sure people aren't talking about, but the music was fucking awesome. The music was so fucking good.
It was really
like
good.
The way that they have all this, Godfather shit going on. When Cersei sends the order and Order 66, like in fucking Star Wars, and everybody's just dropping like flies, and they have like this cool, melancholy, badass music
softly whispered into your ear.
Yeah, and those kids, Chucky, that fucking old man, pulling out. And that was scary kind of too, because they're in the dark and then the flames are hitting shut them in the corn. But it was just that music was so cool and epic. And even when she was getting crowned, it was just because it was just someone. It was like a very ominous tune, and the way that it was just so good.
It was badass.
Yeah,
it was just good.
I mean, overall, this season a fucking 10. I mean, the season's a 10 for me, dude. With the last two, it makes up for everything else that might have not been that good.
I mean, I'd still give it an 8.5 to a 9, considering Game of Thrones. I think season 4 was the best, but it was a good season. Cool shit fucking happened. We're so glad that you guys came here to watch us talk shit and make dick jokes this whole year. And like I said, stick around. There's a lot of more shit we do here, and we'll be back next year. Sorry, the way that my work schedule works out, and with Sunday night is like the worst possible time for a show to come out. So we bust ass to get these out when we do it. Even then, they're a couple days late. But we really do bust ass to get these out.
Because we love you.
We love your faces.
We want to cuddle with you.
I'll take you inside my bunk any night.
Give you teddy bears,
every single one of you, but all together, not at once. I don't want to show favoritism.
Well, no, we'll do it all at once.
But we love your fucking faces forever. And if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn wham up in you.